Every time Origin rolls around, we expect an elevated quality of footy to be played, and this year it delivers yet again. I can't remember the last time I've seen or watched an Origin match being played at such a frantic speed, and it wasn't just being played at an insane pace. The impact and the collisions were also elevated with the speed of the game, and it hardly faltered as the game progressed, which was super impressive. So shoutouts to all the players that participated and delivered us the spectacle that was Origin Game 1. So I've watched the game twice now, once live and once on Fox, and we've got some little talking points to go over. First of all, the MVPs for Queensland in particular. The whole team was pretty gun, and their defense under the pump was extra impressive. Something we haven't seen from Queensland for quite a few years. It's really hard to single out players that were standouts, but there's only one name that comes to mind really, and that is Cam Munster, aka the Prez. As many predicted, he did have a blinder, picked up man of the match, but man, not far behind him, I'd say in terms of impact, Paddy Carrigan off the bench. Oof, talk about elevation, that dude leveled up big time. In this Origin game, Reuben Cotter solidified, looked like a veteran out there, and Valentine Holmes, talk about elevation. Not only in this game was he pretty hectic, but all season he's been gun at centre. He got switched to the wing, which he's no stranger to, and yeah, like Munster, Valentine Holmes had a lot of little moments that played a big part in securing the win for the Maroons. And don't get it twisted, he's no stranger to these moments. Who could forget that intercept that he came up with a couple of years ago? As for the Blues, there were a couple of players that played out of their skin, but unfortunately didn't get the result. Obviously, their skipper Teddy, it's what you come to expect from Teddy, a typical captain's knock. He performs at such a high level consistently that his performances will most likely get overlooked, but yeah, he was pretty onto it, turning up everywhere on the field. Had his little moments too that could have easily changed the course of the game, could have changed the result of the game. I thought Jack Whiten had a good game, even Daniel Tupou, both I guess scrutinized for their selections, and they turned in good performances. I don't think if Crichton started or if Josh Adokar was on the wing, it would have made much of a difference. How good was it to see the battles between Xavier Coates and Daniel Tupou flying for the high ball, man? That was like two titans clashing. Dope entertainment. I also thought that Jerome Luai had a good game. Could be controversial, but I think he played better than his halves counterpart in Nathan Cleary. Which brings me to the, I guess, underwhelming. We'll say that. Underwhelming performances. Nathan Cleary tops the list. He just seemed off. In particular, his kicking game, which is pretty uncharacteristic. Even if he's under assault all game, he usually comes right, but the pressure, that kick pressure that they put on him all night, it was perfect too. Like no late shots, or well, in my opinion, well executed by Queensland, I guess, because it seemed to have rattled him. I was going to say Staggs, but I'm pretty sure he picked up an injury fairly early in his collision with Xavier Coates that he didn't quite recover from. He got pulled from the game in the second half. I thought he was, initially I thought he was hooked, but it was actually the collision which prompted Freddie to chuck Critter on instead. Which brings me to another underwhelming performance for the Blues and their bench, which I was always confident about. Queensland's bench, I was confident that they had players, the right players to impact the game. Now I didn't see Carrigan coming out and playing the way he did, but Harry Grant definitely left his mark when he came onto the field. So did Collins, and so did Paddy Carrigan. Yeah, but anyway, back to the Blues bench. And what I found underwhelming about it, they had little to no impact when they did enter the fray. And I'm guessing we'll be seeing a few new faces come Origin too. I came close to throwing DCE into this underwhelming performances list just for his first 20 minutes, man. His decision making was pretty ordinary, particularly in the attacking zone. But he came right as the game progressed. Scoring a try doesn't erase those poor decisions, but yeah, like I said, he came right during the match and slowly took control of the game along with the other shot callers. So overall, it was a mad game of footy. What intrigues me the most post-Origin 1 is the Blues team. I'm interested to see just how different the side would look, if at all. We may see a couple of changes for Queensland as well, Xavier Coates being one of them. But they've got the hammer and they've got Murray Taulagi, who they'll most likely chuck in, I think, for that Cowboys combo. Yes, I know they're both Cowboys, but you know, Holmes and Taulagi. Or do they phone a friend and bring in old mate Corey Roland Oates? Exciting times. Who said you needed drama to build hype for this Origin? That's a rhetorical question. As always, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more rugby league related content or more content in general, be sure to run through that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.